The Amazing Spider-Man 2 for PS3 sucks dick. Not even regular dick. Herpes encrusted, puked out on with diarrhea on it type of dick. And I bet you're thinking, oh, well, that's your opinion. I mean, like, other people seem to like this game. Yeah, it's my opinion. But guess what? To me, it's not an opinion. It's a motherfucking fact that this game is one of the worst games I've ever played in my life. We all know the basic format of bad video games. Most people say it goes up to Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde or Bubsy 3D, but no. Out of all the recent video games, this is one of the worst ones I've ever played. Look at that. That is a cash-in. This is not a Spider-Man game. This is a movie-licensed game that just happens to have Spider-Man in it. And this is one of the worst problems with movie-based games. At the time, in the early 2010s or late 2000s, movie-based games were supposed to come out around the same time the movie did. Which has led, and of course we all know nowadays gaming it's a long process. That means you have to take a lot of effort into it, and it's a long crazy process. But the studio doesn't care. Fuck all that. You get this game done in about 3 months or we'll sue your ass. So that has led to one of gaming's worst and sometimes most embarrassing moments. Spider-Man 3. But this is another level. The gameplay is basically just a ripoff of the first one, but done worse. The swinging is okay, but honestly you won't get a chance to enjoy it because the story is shit. All the characters are complete idiots. Spider-Man is a moron. Gwen isn't even in the game, yet she's on the front of the cover. Hell, the villains are even more stupid than they were in the movie. These two are obviously already set up from the movie's stupid plot, but then we add characters like Kraven in the game. And his character is to make Spider-Man a better crime fighter and then try to kill him. Wow, you're a freaking idiot. Good job, Kraven. Good job, good job, game designers. Because you turned one of my favorite Spider-Man villains from one of my favorite series of books into a complete idiot. And let's not overskip the main villain of the game, Carnage. Yeah, most Spider-Man fans know who he is, right? That amazing, basically Charles Manson with superpowers, the guy who throws babies out of a 10-story window for fun. Well, they transformed him into Dexter. That's who he is now, Dexter. And don't even get me started on this gameplay. The fighting is lazy. It's a flat-out button-mashing marathon that even Batman did better than this. The stealth is the worst gameplay I've ever played in my entire life. And the sad part is that one of the main missions in the game unlocks something bonus. This is something you can usually choose to do. It's not something that prevents you from... You can't even exit the game. You have to keep replaying it until you beat it. And you will never do it. I played this once before and beat it. And I don't know how I did it. But I had to replay this hunk of shit from my childhood. And this is sad. It is a disgrace to the character. It is a disgrace to the video gaming in general. It is a disgrace to comic fans, video gaming fans, movie fans, and just regular people all around. And I don't understand why. This is Spider-Man. How did it take that long to get a great 3D game out of him? And honestly, what really pisses me off is that this came out in the year that Spider-Man was officially dead. Yep, he was about dead as shit at that point. The movie series was tanking. In one comic, he was taken over in the mind of Doc Ock, and the other one, he's dead. The cartoon that will forever live in the process of its predecessor was rotting people's minds for the longest time, and Beanox clearly just didn't give a shit about the series because they found another new series that they could milk for sequels. I just hate it with a blind passion. Oh, and remember, the Rhino? Not even in the game. Yeah, he was that forgettable in the movie. They didn't even put him in a boss fight. Is it sad that you know what? I'm going on all the way off. This game is the worst Spider-Man game of all time, hands down, no regrets. Worse than it is worse than all the LGN games. Worse than Spider-Man on Atari. Worse than Spider-Man 3. Yeah, Spider-Man 3, the game, is better than this hunk of trash I am holding in my hands. Now, usually I don't talk about video games, but I'm going full on with this situation. You've heard the sincerity in my voice just then. Now see it in my eyes. This game is fucking terrible!